is going to continue that. But, oh, man, that vice grip to the shoulder and neck area. Let's talk about necks. Yeah, sorry. Oh, my goddamn neck. Ugh. Now, wait a minute. Now, Reaper Sleeper and Billy, thank you, Billy, for getting rid of that large cape courtesy of Void. Getting in the way. And Marzel could have been submitted then and we would have had new tag champions. Luckily, Void, though, was able to get in there. Like you said, he's very quick. And he may have got knocked off his perch, but he came straight back in on the alert there. And now he is in. Void has been tagged in, and now Billy's back in. The speed characters from each team. And Billy is definitely creating some distance, wouldn't you say? Not the most effective way, but it certainly works, it seems. So it doesn't do any damage to your opponent. It just annoys them. I don't know what Void's like when he's annoyed. He always seems to be very calm, almost like a hippie. Void's a hippie now. Apparently so. Though he looks a bit mad now. Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. Can't decide anymore, can you? Here we go. Look at this. That's almost like another Reaper Sleeper from Void. He knows that maneuver as well, it would seem. Well, he's a submission expert. And look at this now, wearing down with this, oh, man. That full Nelson hold. And that's going to immobilize Billy for the definite long run in this match, as long as it goes on. And wait a minute, look at this. Look at this toe lock. I'm doing your job again. Yeah, shut up. I'll smack you in a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Twist of fate. Well, you know that one. Good. We definitely need to switch roles at some point. Billy back to his feet. Still in the running here. Irish whip into the corner, into the friendly corner, but Grim seems to be having some arguments with the referee here about what's going on. And now Billy, oh look at this. This barrage of chops and punches. And his stamina's come back to haunt him. Billy doesn't have that much ability in that area. He can certainly move around, if we have not seen that already. And Billy is really feeling the effects here. He really needs to tag back out here. Because this is every opportunity he's get so far. The Void is straight back up again. Billy's not the heavy hitter that we want him to be. And he's definitely having trouble getting back to his tag team partner here, and that's going to affect their run here as Void continues to melt away. Melt away? Yeah, he's made of ice cream, you know. I was talking about him melting away Billy. Oh, look at this. He tried to run to get to Grim. He was within arm's reach there, but couldn't tag him in because Void was right back in there. And come on, Billy, you got to tag out. And here we go, and Grim is back in. And, oh, there's a chop lock to ensure that he's back in control here, and his team needs to get back into control. And here's another submission from Grim. This is some definite show-off work here. Definite show-off work. Another sharp shot right to the head. Making Void hit the ropes there, and, oh, again. Man, Grim loves to use those fists of his. Well, they're made of solid bone, wouldn't you? I thought my fists were made of solid bone, but they just got a bit more to them as well. Yeah, still, bone is a bit harder than skin hitting you. Or muscle, right? Well, that's quite hard. Just depends on how much muscle you got. But that's all bone right there. That big clunk right in the head. Referee admonishing Billy here. Oh, that'll be an interesting meeting. I wonder what the conversation is. Something to do with pancakes, I'm sure. Grim, big scoop slam, knocking Marzel off his perch here. And now another Irish whip into the corner. And look at this, Grim's going to the top now. Shadowing his partner from earlier, going all the way to the top though, and I think Billy got the worst of that. I don't think Grim realizes he's too much in the moment here. He could be walking away with the tag team titles at any moment now. This has been an epic match for the tag titles. And it may get even more epic. Here is another Reaper Sleeper, and Marzel's been knocked out. Is Void gonna tap? Is Void gonna tap and lose the tag team titles? No! Managed to get out of it. Marzel was coming in anyway. That would have been interrupted. But that was so close. We could have seen new tag team champions right there. Just that sudden. You see the unpredictability this team can produce? We just saw them suddenly change full momentum in like an instant. And here's another Reaper Sleeper, but Void was able to break his way out of that one. Unfortunate for the challengers. That was a nice maneuver. The Samoa drop. And Grim looking over his apparent prey. Here we go. Billy has been... Oh! He was going to go for that reverse jumping tombstone. And now trying to go for a Reaper bomb. Void has been able to counter out of these situations. Luckily for him, because he's on... Well, I'd say Dimension X are hanging by a thread here. They haven't been able to overcome this challenge. They weren't able to overcome it last time. And wait a minute. Oh, Billy. Sadly hit the canvas on that one. With a tremendous amount of authority. That's the one. And now the submission hold. That sleeper in the seated maneuver, giving Void some leverage there. Grim was able to break that up though. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. The full Nelson back locked in. And, oh no. Billy. I don't believe it. I simply do not believe it. What happened there? Well, that maneuver was just so painful. Billy had to submit before it took any serious damage because he'd already taken that maneuver, and like we said, he perhaps needed to tag out to Grim there, who needed to take control of that match. That was a bad move and it's going to cost them, and Dimension X have sadly still retained the Tag Team Championships. Damn. I was smelling victory there for the Grim Alliance, but they haven't been able to pull it off, sadly. So Grim still walks away with the Hardcore Championship, but damn, that's disappointing. I would have loved to have seen them win the tag titles right here tonight. Was not going to happen, though. Sadly for them, the championship stays with Dimension X. But speaking of championships, it will be, coming up next, it is Bomberman, the #1 contender for the World Championship, to take on Tails, the current YouTube champion. Of course, he's going to defend that in the ladder match. And he's probably feeling pretty confident from the earlier results we saw tonight. It's been a very impressive anti-hero night, apart from your intervention. Thank you. That's my job. I like to intervene on certain runs. But Tails is definitely oozing with confidence, to say the very least. Going into Mascot Rumble, he's definitely looking very confident. And well, this is going to be a very intriguing match for our main event. Who's got the more momentum going in? As if you didn't watch Raw, we've got well, Bomberman. I've definitely put the favorite in his book because he's got everything going for him for that match. Because if Knuckles, who's the world champion, as he's been framed here, if he gets counted out or disqualified, he will lose the championship, and then Bomberman will receive it instead. And if Bomberman does get counted out, if Knuckles wants to take that cheap exit, then he will also lose the championship, and it will be awarded to Bomberman. Knuckles has to win by a pinfall or submission at the Mascot Rumble, and there's everything going for Bomberman, but at the same time there's everything going for Tails, and something has got to give here. This is definitely a matchup I've always wanted to see, these two. I don't think these two are squared off very often here on Smashdown. This is the first. I think the only other time it would come close to would be Survivor Series, but that was ages ago. Most definitely. In that, I don't think if they were even in the ring at the same time in that match that started off this anti-hero freedom movement thing. And oh, Tails getting coming back from that Irish whip, and now Bomberman takes control again. That snapmare here in the early going of this matchup. And ooh, chop block. This has been an epic night. You've got control of your match, Eggman. Link has been absolutely decimated. We've seen the Masked Man cause some destruction. Will there be more on the way? And sadly, the tag team titles have been retained by Dimension X. But how is this match going to go? I'm enjoying it already. But Tails is in control here. He's the champion out of these two. So it's all fair enough, and he's going after these legs. And wait a minute. Oh, Bomberman! Just exploding out there with that Hurricanrana. And that head scissor takedown maneuver. And a sidewalk slam to follow up. Would you like anything else with your food, Mr. Miles? Tails feeling like he got back in control with that single drop kick. No, I wouldn't put it past him that he did. Into the corner now. And oh man. Which one's going to walk away with more momentum here in this match? These two have very big high profile matches at the Mascot Rumble. And they both want to go in there with momentum on their side. These two have almost so much in common right now in this single match alone. And each one of them is going to want to win it that much more badly. Oh man, drop kick in the corner with both feet making contact there. And now using those big shoes of his to flatten Tails in the corner. Here we go, Irish whip. And Tails takes him down with that arm bar. Do you think Tails is really that confident about this ladder match? I do. I mean, he made it. He was quite happy to make that match, it seemed. And Link has shown signs of fear, as we saw in perhaps that ladder match, that Money in the Bank match we saw on Raw, was because he entered into it. Maybe it was him trying to get used to that ladder environment. And look at this now, this taunt, and Bomberman's not going to take that sitting down. With that double leg takedown. Oh man, big shot by Tails. There's one thing we pointed out about Tails though, is he always employs the same strategy. And you know, you could probably climb a ladder in the same time it takes to get a pinfall, just perhaps. If not a little bit longer, but Tails has been known to stay down for quite some time after one of those super kicks from Link. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he walked into the trouble right there. That was the techno slam. I'm doing your job again. Stop doing that. That's it. You're getting a slap. But Bomberman back up to his feet, still fighting, proving that he can be championship material. And of course, we all have hope and faith in him that he is going to pull it off, because it would definitely be a history-making moment at the Mascot Rumble if he would have pulled that off to win the World Championship and bring it to Smashdown. What would happen then? I don't know, that's your call. And the anti-hero's call, I guess, mostly. Seeing as you're not hardly in control of this show. Even if it is mine. That must suck. And now Tails doing some showing off after that evil bunch of maneuvers, followed by your line, a German suplex. Yay! Ankle lock. He called that one. Oh man! And Bomberman not letting the effects linger for too long on that ankle lock because he whipped his way out of that one. Luckily for him, but the wear and tear for what it did has already taken damage, and now he's got some healing to do with that leg. But he's getting ready to pounce here And Tails knows it.